There were a lot of Google Home Minis sold this past Christmas thanks to that sweet $30 price tag. But is it still worth it even at the regular price of $50? This is William from Wink Tech, and here's my Google Home Mini review. So far, I've been loving it, but its usefulness will vary from person to person. The more devices and services you have linked, the more you'll find yourself summoning the Google Assistant. To activate Google Home, you simply say, "OK Google" or "Hey Google." Personally, I use the latter option. Google Mini has two microphones, but works well enough that you could talk at a normal volume rather than yelling or getting frustrated because they can't hear you. It is a little disappointing that you can't activate Google Home with touch controls, but that's okay because you're probably buying this for voice controls, not touch. That's your phone's job. Although, to adjust volume, you can touch the left side to turn volume down and the right side to turn the volume up. You can also tap and hold the side of the device to pause or play music. The microphone quality is good, but what about the sound? The speakers on here are decent and sounds better than most Bluetooth speakers in its price range, but don't expect to be blown away. It doesn't sound far off from the full-size Google Home, but it does lack much of its bass. I would suggest adding a Chromecast audio and connecting it to a better external speaker and set it as the default audio output. It's great if you already have a pair of bookshelf speakers or some other home audio setup that can use a Smart Assistant upgrade, although it is a shame that there's no aux port in the Mini, which would make it a little easier and cheaper to set up with an external speaker. If you're using Google Home Mini for music or streaming controls, which is practically all my mom does on the Google Home, then you have a few options. The best option being Google Play Music for compatibility reasons, but you can also use Spotify, YouTube Music, and Apple Music. Another great option for music and even news is TuneIn Radio, which is an app that can access any radio station using the internet. Google Home is best paired with Google's Chromecast. You can even buy them both in a bundle. If you have a 4K TV, you should buy a Chromecast Ultra because it supports 4K and HDR content. If you have a 1080p TV, then you can just buy the regular Chromecast. Just make sure it's the second generation. Chromecast is a media player that uses your smart devices to control content. It includes services such as Play Music, Play Movies, YouTube, Netflix, Spotify, and SoundCloud, just to name a few. The reason why Chromecast works so well with Google Home is because you could ditch the remote in favor of controlling your content with your voice. You can command it to do things such as pause or play, skip, stop, and adjust volume of your content. It could do anything, really. Google Home Mini also works with a variety of smart home and Google devices, making it very easy to start building your own smart home. Personally, I have the Google Home Mini in my room and paired with a Philips Hue white bulb. Philips Hue is probably one of the most common smart home brands used with voice assistants. And let me tell you, it is awesome to be able to tell Google to turn lights on and off with your voice. It's especially great when you're lying in bed and forgot to turn your light off, and you don't feel like getting up. Instead, just tell Google to turn it off with whatever name you linked with your lights. With all these devices being connected, there must be some way to manage them all. Well, there is, and it's the Google Home app. With the Google Home app, you can manage smart devices under the Home Control tab. You can also name devices such as lights so Google can respond accordingly. Another important feature of the Google Home app is the Devices tab. Here you can see all your Google Home and Chromecast devices connected to your network, as well as customization options and media controls. Finally, what are some things that Google Home Mini can actually do? Well, here are some things I asked it to do. Google, who's the Prime Minister of Canada?
Justin Trudeau is the Prime Minister of Canada.
Hey Google, how old is he?
46 years old.
Hey Google, tell me a joke.
Okay, here you go. Did you hear about the world's largest pickle? It's a really big dill. My sense of humor is still in alpha. Hopefully soon it'll get beta.
Hey Google, set a timer for 10 seconds.
Okay, 10 seconds, and here we go.
Hey Google, stop. Hey Google, how cold is it in Toronto?
The temperature in Toronto right now is -3 degrees Celsius.
Hey Google, what do you think of Siri?
She seems clever.
Hey Google, what is Google's market cap?
As of 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, Alphabet Inc. Class A has a market cap of $819 billion.
Hey Google, play Chopsticks.
All right, the celebrated Chop Waltz, Chopsticks by Kevin Hunt, Stephanie McCallum. Playing on Google Play Music.
Hey Google, do you plan on taking over the world?
Taking over the world? No way. I'd rather help you out.
So, should you buy Google Home Mini? Absolutely. It really packs a punch for a donut-sized little speaker in both the sound department and the smart assistant department. It can do everything the full-size Google Home can do at less than half the price. With a low-key design and small form factor, you can put this thing just about anywhere. That just about wraps it up for this review. Tell me your thoughts on Google Home Mini and if you're going to buy it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this and even an upcoming Google Home versus Google Home Mini comparison. This has been William from Wink Tech, and I'll see you in the next video.